my contractors are here and I can't not film anymore because it's been like 3 weeks. I don't know what to do. Okay, so they can hear me. So this video is gonna be real whispery, maybe a little ASMR-y. I don't like ASMR, but if you do, you're in for a treat. The contractor's right outside of the door, and I don't know how to do this without whispering. I'm very awkward. You may hear drilling and sawing and hammering in the background. I'm gonna do my best to make sure you guys can hear me and not make this too ASMR-y, but this gonna be real awkward for me. So I'm gonna do a makeup look. I have to meet up with somebody tonight at 4:30 or 5, and I don't want to look like a bag of shit for it, which has been my MO as of late. So I am going to do my makeup. This is what I'm going to be using. This is the OFRA Pro palette, and I got this in the mail a few days ago, and I'm really liking it so far. So I'm just going to do a makeup look with that. By the way, I'm going to start off with this shade here. Honestly, even though I know that things have been out of my control, oh my god, do I ever feel bad about how infrequent I've been on YouTube. I feel so unbelievably guilty about it. I don't know, it's like the weirdest thing because not a single person, I mean maybe like 2 people have been like, you're a lazy bitch, but the rest of you guys have been so understanding of our situation. You guys have been so understanding and wonderful. What is it that makes me feel guilty about our situation and where we've been? There's really nothing. It's myself. I want to try this makeup because especially it's around the holidays. People are asking, you know, they have things they want to see. I have so much makeup that I need to get through. It's difficult to like get back into it once you've stopped, but I can do it. I know I can. It's just I still have the Vault collection sitting here in front of me. It's not even like that was like months ago. Nobody probably gives a shit about this anymore. But I don't know, I just want to try it. I'm gonna mess with this today. This is the MAC Dazzle Shadow. This is in the shade Rayon Rays. Wow. I love how I started off whispering and now I'm like, this is great. They can still hear me. So the colors that I used on my eyes, in case you guys are wondering, I used this first, then I used this, and then I used this here. I think I'm gonna dip into this like yellowy shade and kind of try to buff out the edges a little bit to make them pretty seamless. I mean, the blend is okay, but there we go. That's better. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram stories, you probably don't know that on Halloween evening, I was handing out candy and a bunch of trick-or-treaters came to my door and there was a kitty outside and I was like, hey, is this your cat that's following you? And they're like, no, dude, this cat's been following us for a while, all night that we've been trick-or-treating. And it's this little black and white kitty, and she is an angel. I called her over to me to see like, hey, because she has a collar on. So I was like, oh, I wanted to see if there was a tag on her collar, but it was just a bell. Actually, she ran into my house. And I was like, okay, you don't live here, but fine. And so she ran in, and I, of course, I mean, I couldn't put her back out. What am I supposed to do? Like, just put her back outside. So I brought her in and let her hang out in the house. We put her down in the basement in her own separate room because at that point, you know, we didn't know if she had vaccines, if she had, you know, feline leukemia, if she had, you know, FIV or anything like that. So we put her down in the basement with food and water in a litter box, and I put ads on Facebook. There's a Lost and Found Pets page from our area, so I put ads on Facebook on the Lost and Found Pets page. Craigslist, called the Humane Society. I called the local vets and left reports there. We took her the next morning and got her microchip scanned and tested for feline leukemia. She was negative for feline leukemia and FIV. So we started just letting her hang out in the house because I don't want to just keep her in the basement, you know. We've done literally everything. I called the local rescue organization and left a report with them, animal control. Literally everyone who should know that we found a cat. Like if somebody's looking for their cat, they will find her because I have put notices everywhere because she's clearly somebody. She's wearing a collar with a little bell on it. It's been 5 days now, I think, and nobody's come forward to say that she's theirs. I'm more than happy to give her to her owner if we find them. More than happy to give her back. But I was holding her like a baby. Like, let me just tell you, I have 3 other cats, okay? None of them like to be held. I've never had a cat other than Turkey. I don't know if you guys have been following me long enough that you remember my cat Turkey, but since Turkey, I have not had a cat that likes being held. And I've never had a cat that will let me hold them like a baby, like upside down on their back with their tummy up. And this kitty not only likes being held like a baby, but she like will touch your little face, she'll kiss you, she'll kiss your little mouth. She's an angel. And she reminds me so much of my old cat Turkey, who went missing one day. She ran out of the house one day and I never saw her again, and I cried for like a month straight. Hi, Moo. Hi. Oh my goodness. Hi, cutie. Yeah.
What are we gonna name you?
I don't know what to name her. She's so sweet. Here's a biscuit making Mothy.
Oh, goodness. She's good like that.
It's my girl.
She's mad.
This cat is such an angel. So the morning I was meant to take her to the vet to meet up with the rescue organization people to take her, I had a change of heart. And I was like, oh no. I was like, Zach, we have to keep her. Like, we have to. We have to at least try. Because initially I was like, I do not want another cat, because we already have Snickers, who's going through kidney failure, and we have Mad Eye, who has asthma and stomatitis, and so he's got ongoing health conditions. He gets medicine every single day and has to have vet checkups and blood work and stuff like that regularly. We also have a family of kittens living across the street from us. Oh my god, we're the cat people. Somebody moved out and just dumped their cat, and she's the sweetest. She's like this fluffy black cat across the street, and there's also this little tabby fluffy boy cat across the street, and somebody just dumped them both. They don't have homes, they don't have owners. I saw fluffy mama cat looking real extra fluffy, fat as shit. Well, lo and behold, she was pregnant and she gave birth to 5 babies. And those 5 angels live across the street underneath my neighbor's house, but they are not my neighbor's cats. He just moved in like a week before those babies were due. He's like, who are these animals? And I'm like, congratulations, you have cats. I've been trying to catch them, but of course we had this family emergency and stuff go on, so it's been difficult to find the time to like bring him in and get him spayed and stuff. Well, she has 5 kittens underneath that house, and I feed them every day because I'm a sucker, and I've been trying to catch them to spay and neuter them because I need to, otherwise we're gonna have 50 cats in a year. So I'm gonna catch all the babies and spay and neuter them, but they're really feral. The kittens are really feral. The mom and dad, however, real sweet. Yesterday, I saw mama cat outside, and I've been trying to get at her. She's sweet enough that she'll let you pet her, but like to grab her and put her in a carrier is like, and we've tried trapping. We're working on it, okay? We're working on it. Well, I think she's pregnant again. Stupid cat. Because she's looking real fat again. So I'm gonna take her to the vet probably sometime this week to see if she's actually pregnant. If she is, well, I'm gonna call the rescue organization and see if they can like keep her so that she can give birth in captivity, you know, so that they can take the babies once they're weaned and like get them nice homes so that we're not having 80 more babies living in our neighborhood. But then as far as she goes, if she's not pregnant, I'm gonna get her spayed immediately. I'm gonna get dad neutered, and then I'm gonna have to try to trap all the babies and get them spayed and neutered because we don't need any more kitties living unattended, just creating more babies in this neighborhood, although they are precious angels. They're cute, but we don't need any more cats and dogs in the world. There's already enough homeless animals out there. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the OFRA Pro palette. By the way, that was L'Oreal Pro Glow and ColourPop No Filter. And now I'm gonna go in with the OFRA Pro palette again, and this is the shade Versatile Matte Bronzer. Huh? Is that the name of it, or is that just what it is? I'm taking care of like 1 million cats now. We're feeding the neighbor cats because I don't want them to be hungry. I don't want them to starve. And they're running around. If you don't feed them at their house, they're just running around looking for food, and then you just see these 5 little baby kittens running around the streets, and you're like, oh my god, dude. So I've now gone from 3 of my own cats to 4 cats to now 7 across the street, and I am like, what is my life? And so my life has become taking care of cats. I'm the cat lady. I'm not only a cat lady, I'm the cat lady. Like I am just taking care of cats all day, but my husband is totally fine doing it too. Like, he's taking on the task of feeding them and watering them and making sure everybody's healthy and cared for. And so now we're just cat people. Like, our lives are consumed with them. And honestly, I kind of like it. Didn't even mention too, like when that little cat walked into our house, she just like waltzed in. The reason that we ended up keeping this cat, well, first of all, that she just showed up, but second of all, that she acted as though she had been in our house a billion times. Like, she just walked into my home, no fear. Like, this cat has zero fear. She was just walking and following trick-or-treaters, walked into my home, jumped up on my couch, started making biscuits on my husband, laid down and fell asleep within 37 seconds of walking into my house. Like, she acted as though she lived in my house her whole life, that she grew up in my house. There was not a second of fear. Like, she doesn't act like she's never been in my house before. She just acts as though she's a part of our family and always has been. It's the weirdest thing, but it's the sweetest thing. Okay, so this is the same palette, and I'm going to take a mixture of this highlight and this one. I'm going to show you just this one first. This is Blissful, and it's a mini Blissful highlight. This is Rodeo Drive, which you guys know is one of my all-time favorite highlights, but Blissful is, I've never tried it before, but I tried it for the first time the other day, and it is beautiful. Like, it is such a glowy highlight. Look at this. Dude, there is nothing like OFRA highlights. I haven't used them in a while because I've been using my ABH and Omrizi highlighter, but this one is so wet looking. It's unreal. People ask all the time, like, I feel like a main question people ask is like, is this highlight gonna highlight my texture? I mean, honestly, if you ask me, every highlight highlights texture. I just want like this super, super bright glow. And I realized that a highlighter's job is to highlight. And so if texture is there, it's just bound to do that. Look at that. Like, I just don't care about the texture highlighting anymore. I'm gonna use this too. I got a whole bunch of OFRA. That's why I'm using like a full face of OFRA right now. I didn't even realize I was doing that. This is the Pro Blush palette. Look at this palette. So beautiful. This is very similar to like my BH Nude Blush 10 color palette. So if you're looking for an inexpensive dupe, the BH one has very similar shades to like these and this, but this one has the additions of these ones over here. So if you have a deeper complexion and you want brighter shades, these will work for you. Yeah, so now we've got a new little kitty. We decided we're gonna keep her unless her owner comes forward. Then we'll certainly relinquish her back to her owner because she's so obviously so well loved. I mean, whoever lost her, I know is missing her. We're still looking. I've got posts all over on Facebook and I'm having people share them all the time. Not that we don't want to keep her, but I know if my kitty went missing and nobody returned her, I would be devastated. So we're always gonna actively continue looking for her owner. But she's fitting in really well in the house so far. She's definitely a little bit hissy at Maddie, which hurts me because he's my son and don't you dare hiss at my son. She's new to our house, so she's gonna be a little bit hissy pissy in the beginning. And she's been so much better than I thought she would be. Like, she can stand around him and not hiss at him, but I don't know, he's a boy and he's really curious. Like, the sad thing about Mad Eye is he wants a friend so bad that he's like a stage 5 clinger. When he sees another cat, he just follows them around constantly and follows and follows and follows, and they get really annoyed with him, and it makes my heart hurt because he just wants a friend, but he's like a stalker. And so it's not his fault, but he's a little bit clingy and the girls don't like it. He's not making a very good first impression. So we're working on their relationship, but Snickers couldn't care less. Like, so she's deaf. So when another cat comes up to her and they're like hissing at her, she can't hear them. So she doesn't react, which makes the other cat that's hissing kind of be like, these cats will be growling behind him and like hissing and spitting and shit, and Snickers is just like, I've been really loving bringing my eyeshadow like really low lately, smoking it out really low on my lower lash line in my eye bag down here and just really blowing it out. I don't know, I think it's a really fun. All right, now I'm gonna throw a pair of lashes on and I will be right back. All right guys, and this is the finished makeup. Oh, I need to do my setting spray. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine. I'm getting really low and it's making me very upset. It's a Dewy Glow setting spray. I need to buy more. It's a rare day that I find something that becomes a holy grail that I'll never go without. I'm pretty happy with this makeup. I hope you guys like it. I hope this video was not too hard to watch. I know that I've been kind of whispery and quiet the whole time, but I'm just gonna start busting out videos and start playing with makeup and start trying things, and let me know what you guys are most interested in seeing me review. Not necessarily review, but like first impressions. And honestly, I can give a relatively decent review from a first trial, especially if I try it on camera and you guys can see how it works in my thoughts. So let me know what you guys think. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see my new kitty. I'm posting posting a lot about her. She's an angel and you guys will love her. She's so different looking. Like she's not, I mean, she's just a black and white cat, but she has slightly crossed eyes and she's such an angel. Like if you pick her up, she's immediately purring into sleep. I've never had a cat like that in my life. Most cats are like slinky and weird when they first come in your house. Not this one. All right, you guys. Well, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye.